teenager who planned to torture and kill a casual fling for sleeping with another woman has been jailed for 13 and a half years for attempted murder. Sophie George was consumed with revenge when she filled bags with bleach, duct tape, forensic clothing, bin liners and lighter fuel before arranging to meet Adam Yossi near her home in Brighton in October 2019. The fixated 18-year-old, who's now 20 years old, tried to get him to drive towards Wild Park before pulling a large serrated knife on him and slashing his hand as he defended himself. He managed to get out of the van and call 999 before George punched him and bit his finger to the bone. Police initially placed him in handcuffs before discovering Sophie's torture and murder kits in her bags. When police later searched Sophie's house, they found chilling written plans of how to kidnap and murder him, as well as how to change her identity and start a new life. These included plans to force him to walk to a grave she had dug and torture him to reveal the name of the other woman he had slept with, and an application to change her name and apply for a new passport. Today, a judge told her she posed a danger to anyone else she might meet before sending her to prison. At Hove Crown Court, Judge Christine Henson told her, "It seems from all I have read in this case that you were fixated and consumed by revenge as you considered the victim had been seeing another woman. You went to great lengths to plan your attack. This was a highly planned attack. It is clear you knew what you were doing was wrong, and your planning included evading responsibility and detection." She added, "The author of the pre-sentence report considers you to be a very high risk to intimate partners if you feel jealous or insecure. Although it is an isolated incident, it is deeply concerning, and your ability to conceal it from those around you makes it all the more troubling. A casual relationship is a relatively common occurrence in the lives of many. The extreme nature of your response to this was completely abnormal. It is clear you pose a risk to those you believe have let you down. Your response to not being the only partner is so beyond any ordinary comprehension that I am quite satisfied that you do present a significant risk." So, what was in her murder kit, guys? She had 11 bottles of bleach, full body forensic suit, shoe covers, the sort worn by police when attending a crime scene, a box of vinyl gloves, 2 pairs of household gloves. She had bin liners, 3 rolls of strong silver tape, a Stanley knife, cleaning cloths and sponges, a post-it note with actions, a mobile phone and portable charger, and 2.5 bottles of barbecue lighter fuel. Absolute madness, guys. So the court heard that Adam has been left with flashbacks and difficulty trusting friends because he had trusted Sophie and then discovered that she'd been planning to kill him. As she was sentenced, Sophie, who wore 2 Dutch braids, a grey headband, a white t-shirt and black cardigan, sobbed and dried her eyes with tissues. The prosecutor, Jennifer Gray, said Sophie and Adam had met when she was 17 at a train station while she was studying at the University of Brighton. By the time of the attack, he had graduated with a first-class degree and was working as a railway engineer in London. They had exchanged messages that summer, but she had put him off coming to Brighton for a couple of months. It later became clear this was because she was busy planning to kill him. She eventually suggested meeting on October the 9th at around 11:30 after he finished work. She told him to pick her up in Selsfield Road near her home, although he did not know that. He was confused when she became angry. He had bought his work van rather than his car. Police later discovered she had been researching how to lock the doors from the inside in the mod of the car that he usually drove. Crazy planning, this, guys. She also got him to drive to what she said was a friend's house, where she picked up 2 carrier bags filled with the murder kit and torture kit. She then told him she wanted to go to a park and got him to drive to the direction of Wild Park, and when she said he wanted to go and get food instead, she twice grabbed the steering wheel to get him to change direction. When they were back by Selsfield Park, she then pulled a knife on him and tried to stab him. He cut his hand, deflecting the blow, and fled the van. When police arrived, he had injuries to his face where she had punched him and she had bitten his finger to the bone. The prosecutor said the victim was very compliant and obviously relieved the police had arrived. When the police began unravelling what happened, they removed the handcuffs from the victim and arrested the defendant. One of the officers noticed 2 carrier bags in the road and asked the victim who they belonged to, and he told them they belonged to the defendant. The officer then started to examine the contents of the bag, and the whole scene became much more serious. So as I said, guys, she was sentenced to 13.5 years in prison, of which she must serve at least 2 years in custody with a 4-year extended license sentence. A forfeiture and destruction order was made for the knife. Absolute madness, guys. All you man out there with your side piece, just stay safe, yeah? It's your boy GT. Keep it locked, keep it real.